Ever since we were kids, Mom has been chasing us out of the house with our dirty boots, and Dad was waiting in the truck, ready to go exploring. This was, of course, after she filled our pockets with delicious treats. Fast forward a few decades, and we still very much are those same kids exploring the wild country and the wild boy that lives in our souls. Which leads us to our annual hunting trip. Every year, my dad and I meet my brother Mike in Montana, where, depending upon our tag draws, we pick a zone and set up camp. Some years, the freezer is more full than others, but the best is just getting back together and sharing memories of old and watching my brother's kids grow up. Even if I'll never understand some of the weird shit they're into. Now, my brother Mike, he was the one who shaped his life around the wild. And, thanks to him, we have a nice toasty camper waiting for us in Montana every year when hunting season rolls around.
There he is.
And with that, yes, what we harvest in the coming weeks does feed his family and mine. Well, me and my friends. Now, I say feed lightly, as there is a certain taste and texture that some enjoy more than others. But grind it up into burgers and throw it on some tacos, and we're good to go. But who am I kidding? It's hard to compete with Costco. I'm not trying to glorify our ability to go out and put meat on the table. Come to think of it, sometimes the act of what happens out there sends chills up my spine, and is a part in why I put together this small film. Now our plan as it comes to hunting. Well, we got a tip on some spots in the General Mountains up near White Sulphur, Montana. A new area where we're all stoked to explore. And with a host of different tags and an anxious bird dog, and of course our most trusted camp companion Roy, at the ready. We'll see how it plays out, then the following week head back to Lewistown to take the nieces and nephews out to hunt for some deer around the house.
Meat makes you want a burger.
Ready to go, dude.
You get some hunt bibs, man. All right, now you back up. And do it again.
Well, they made it.
And we sure did find a great spot to camp, cook, and mess around with the ATV. We hiked the mountains a few days, took Roy out for a hike in the bottoms, and saw about a dozen other trucks pull up at the gas station with elk in them. Private land, guys, we tell ourselves. With a few over-anxious stalks and a bunch of glassing, we were running through Mom's supply of soup and buns faster than expected.
I turned that corner up here, then I heard a shot. After I just got out and got down in the restroom, I heard a shot. I thought, right there, a guy could. No, that's
Yeah,
too
you'd be on
bad.
top of that ridge. See that ridge of the Russian car
Yeah.
on top there? That's where the feds are.
And this ridge.
And this one. That's where they're going to be.
There comes a point in every journey where you ask yourself, how much more can I suffer? Or is this the best use of my time? Then, a couple weeks after you return home and back to your routine, you just dream of being back out there.
If I knock now, you guys got to flip them over?
Yep.
All right. Good.
11.
It's 18.
Oh, that's more than you guys got.
Oh, man.
Licking our wounds, we loaded up the camper and set out for the Charles M. Russell National Wildlife Refuge, a great big huge piece of land out in East Montana that my brother's been helping allocate the resources and ensure the health and well-being of the land, animals, ranchers, and community. We did find ourselves a dinner grouse on the way in and set up camp overlooking the bottoms in which we would be hunting the following few days. We sat on the edge of the cottonwoods along the Missouri River, but it looks like the deer were holding up tight in the willows this year. So the following day, we would head to an old homestead in the bottoms for the morning, and then send Dad and myself into the willows to shake things up a bit.
Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
Mike got caught with his hands in his pants in the morning hunt, and he failed us again when he missed a big old boy as he ran right by him, in his defense at about 20 miles per hour. The next morning, we got hit with some snow, and Roy ran through his dog food a couple days back, likely intentionally, and was on the Grandpa Dale full human food diet. And he was just fine with Mom's buns and beef stew.
Good dog, good dog.
So after a couple rounds of dice, we went for a quick drive around the refuge, and then put the chains on as it was time to move hunt camp home.
The problem is if it wants to shift when I'm going uphill, like it feels like it's got enough RPMs, and then it kicks in the next gear, and then I drop down to 1 RPM, 1,000, and then I can't get the power back.
Coming home and answering the question of how did you do to a group of people that don't hunt much sucks. But that's okay, because we knew we had the closer on our team, and we just had to get her off TikTok long enough to help us fill the freezer. And on the coldest day yet, Elena got it done. Seems like Dad was right again. In the car, I remember him saying, "You know, I think we're just trying too hard." Because the next day, we took our evening rounds and landed an elk and a camp buck in the morning. I was telling myself just a few weeks ago that I was too busy to make it this year.
Oh, yeah!